Good morning, Queens. Good morning. Get this set here. I am Sheree Vejan, author of the 2017, soon to be 2018 Goals Journal. Welcome to this morning's broadcast of the Queen's Crown Collaborative. Our subject today is, this is the Goal Getter series, and our subject today is setting and achieving your spiritual goals. Don't forget to download your worksheets. Your worksheet gives you a place to put your scripture, your tip of the week, your notes, your resources, and commit to do the work. And I do have a couple of resources for you today. There's a quote from Wayne Dyer: "We are not human beings in search of a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings immersed in a human experience." Good morning, Kathy. What? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. So at the beginning of the month, most of you know, especially those of you who are using the Goals Journal, we focus on a topic each month. And at the beginning of the month, there's 12 categories for the 12 months. So this month, we're working on our spiritual goals. So I know it's kind of difficult sometimes being Christian, women of faith, that we have certain spiritual goals, but I'm going to challenge you this month to switch it up a little bit. I usually go by my 7-step method, which is to write, balance, research, affirm, commit, visualize, act, and celebrate. So I'm going to go through that. So first, to write, I'm going to give you some ideas that you can consider to use. Join a small group at your church. Good morning, Kathy. Consider joining or starting a new ministry at your church. Keep a calendar of all the church events and just randomly pick one and go to a different event that you would normally not go to. If you always go to a women's event, go to a kids event. If you always go to, volunteer for the men's event if they need help serving. So get involved in a different ministry to see how it works and see how you can pray and see how you can change it up a little bit this month. If you're already committed and involved in your church, invite your friends and family, invite your neighbors, invite the kids in your neighborhood to come along with you on a Sunday. Attend a midweek service if you don't attend a midweek service, and commit to participating in a short-term mission trip. Engage in a local community outreach. Read the entire Bible in a year. And here's some things to kind of switch it up. Park in a different parking lot. If you park on one side, park on the other side. If you go to first service, go to second service. If you go to second service, go to night service. Go to Saturday. Serve in a different ministry. Visit a friend's church. I know we like our own church, not asking you to join the church, but go to your friend's church and kind of visit and check it out. Buy a new Bible, maybe a devotional Bible or a women's Bible or a sinner's Bible, or read, challenge yourself to do something different this month. Okay, balance. So if you are a preacher and you're always reading books on sermons and words, explore worship this month. If you're a worshiper, worship leader, experiment with sermon books, or read Christian poetry, or meditate, or what else? Apps. Try to use some different apps this month. So try to change it up a little bit. Research. So one of my favorite sayings is, you are the same today that you are going to be 5 years from now, except two things: the people you associate with and the books you read. And so for me, I love books. I got books all over the house. I got books in my car. I have books in my bag, books on the table. Each month I try to gather about 3 to 5 books, or, look through my Audible and see what's related to the topic this month. I call it Automobile University, where I'm always listening to an audiobook in my car. And then, if you have stacks of books, like on my bookshelf, my books are organized by category. So health and fitness, spiritual, home. So even the categories that's related to the Goals Journal, I have my books in that category. And just grab one, while you're going out. So when I wrote my prayer journal, so simple, you say, oh, it's a prayer journal, but I did so much research, and I researched so many prayer books, and it's amazing how you can go deeper in a subject that you think you already know about. So I encourage you to research books, books on prayer, books on preaching, books on praise. Some of my favorite books, I know you guys probably already know, but if you don't know, about Watchman Nee, anything Watchman Nee. is bomb. Anything Watchman Nee. He's like, you, when I'm reading Watchman Nee, my mouth is wide open and my brain is trying to process everything that he's saying. So I think you can never get enough of Watchman Nee. I think he has about 19 books. I have 4 of them. Priscilla Schreier, she has become one of my favorite authors. She has become one of my favorite speakers. So she has a book, Fervent Prayer for Women, something like that. I have that book. I have it on audio, bomb book. And then there's a lady, Susan Gregory, for Daniel Fast. You know, I know we do Daniel Fast with our church, and we do Daniel Fast, and we've been doing Daniel Fast for a long time. But go deeper this time. Kind of get a little more information. Susan Gregory has a good book on Daniel Fast. We do it every year. Affirm and commit. Let's see. Here is an affirmation. I bought a journal maybe 10 years ago, and it had a spiritual affirmation confession in it. I want to read that. I am a spiritual giant in the things of God. I have a great relationship with God and spend time in His presence on a daily basis through prayer, Bible study, worship, and meditation. I study to show myself approved unto God and practice being a doer of the word and not just a hearer only. I enjoy my walk with God and maintain a God consciousness throughout my day. Because of my obedience to live the word, I am blessed to be a blessing. I listen to faith-filled messages every day to feed my spirit, increase my faith, and keep me inspired. I am dominion-minded and I have the mind of Christ. I speak with boldness and authority. I am an authentic Christian who is excited to share Jesus with others. I imitate and follow my pastors as they follow Christ. I participate in building pledges, special offerings, and special times of giving to my pastor. I faithfully give my tithes and offering. I sow into my pastors regularly and appreciate them highly for their work's sake. I show them double honor and communicate to them my substance. I purchase all materials produced by them and show my commitment with a life of service. I cheerfully work in helps ministries so my gifts and talents can be used by God. Because I am planted in the house of the Lord, I will flourish and have nothing but good success. That's bomb. So, create your affirmation this week. Put it in your journal, print it out, write it out, post it up. What else? Let's see. I got a couple more minutes. Visualize. Y'all already know how I feel about vision boards. I have them throughout my house. You can create your special spirit vision board, your spirit board, or your prayer board, and act. Do the work. My mom's motto was no Bible, no breakfast. She was like, if I don't get into the word, I don't eat. Basically, that was her motto. No Bible, no breakfast. And she was always on me because it wasn't my motto, but mine, is coffee, candlelight, and conversations with God. I need coffee. I need my candles. Of course, when I get up, I pray. I thank God for the day before my feet hit the ground. Of course, for me, I set the atmosphere for what works for me, which is getting my coffee, getting my candles, writing in my journal, being reflective about the day before, and kind of being a little reflective about the day that I'm going into. Then I go into, praise and worship in my prayer. That works for me. So here's some, you have what you decide to do, how you get into your atmosphere, how you, so you work out your own, work out your own prayer. No Bible, no breakfast. That's my mom, she was deep with it. Here's some things that you can do. Meditation Monday, time to be quiet, sit down and just think and meditate. I rarely do that, honestly. Talent Tuesday, using your talents and gifts for the Lord that day, just concentrating on what has God given me for the kingdom and how can I make that better. If you play the guitar, maybe that's your guitar day. If you sing, maybe that's your sing day. If you write poetry, maybe that's your day to sit down and write some new pieces. Worship Wednesday, a lot of churches have worship night on Wednesdays. It's a great time to go and refill and that type of thing. Sabbath Sunday, y'all know we don't be doing the Sabbath. Y'all know we need to rest, and we need to rest in God's finished work. God has finished the work, and sometimes we spend time toiling and thinking and worrying, talking to myself, but it's a good time to take one day out of the week and rest in God's work and not think about what you need to do on your own. And then last but not least, celebrate. When you Create your vision board, your spirit board. Celebrate. When you read the Bible in a whole year, celebrate. When you join a new ministry or create a new ministry in a church, celebrate. When you finally go into the missions field or go on a missions trip, celebrate. So that's all I got for you, ladies. Today's topic was setting and achieving your spiritual goals in 7 steps. Kathy, thanks for joining me this morning. You guys have an awesome day. Those of you who are watching the replay, your girl is busy. So hopefully if you comment, I can comment a little bit later. Yes, the Sabbath, boy. I hate to say it, the struggle is real on the Sabbath. You got a whole stack of stuff you're trying to do. Anybody got time to rest? But we have to rest. We have to show God that He is really in control and in charge, and everything is already finished anyway. So I will talk to you guys later. Have an awesome Tuesday. Kathy, thanks for joining me. And I'll see you guys next week. And I'll see you next month, November 4th, at the Queens Collaborative Live in Chino. All right. See ya.